Hi there, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, don't forget to subscribe. Here I read, review, and inspire. Today I will be reviewing Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'll be looking at 8 principles from the book on how to build wealth. If you'd like to know more, continue watching. Rich Dad Poor Dad is one of the most popular self-help books. It speaks about some of the principles around building and maintaining wealth. I believe the book is as popular as it is because it is in a format of storytelling. Robert Kiyosaki told the story of the lessons he learned from his 2 dads, a rich dad and a poor dad. He outlined the similarities and the differences between both dads. His rich dad had an entrepreneur mentality. He believed in getting a business education so he could run his own business. His poor dad believed in getting an education so he could find a good job and work hard for a paycheck. See the difference? I'll be examining 8 principles from the book on how to build wealth. On your wealth building journey, the first thing you must do is get a financial education. That means you will need to know what are assets, liabilities, income, expenses, return on equity, and return on investments. If you need to know more about these, I've explained them in the description below. Number 2, rich people buy assets and the rest of us buy liabilities that we believe to be assets. Tell me, is your personal vehicle a liability or an asset? Oh no, if you said an asset, you are wrong. If you use your vehicle for personal use only, then it's a liability. It's a liability because it depreciates immediately after you drive off the lot and continue to do so regardless of use. But here is the exception. If you are using it to earn income, that is, if you're doing a taxi or ride sharing or limousine service, then it may be considered an asset. And that is only if the income you're making from it is enough to cover all the expenses associated with it and still leave a little something in your pocket. Get me? Continue watching to the end for a bonus clip on how to calculate the total cost of your car over the life of the loan, and I've also included the return on investment for that calculation, and this shows that a car is a liability. You will have no choice but to agree. Number 3, it's not how much money you make but how much money you keep. Knowing your monthly expenses is crucial to wealth building. That is why a budget is important. It helps you keep track of your income and expenses and puts you in control. Notice I said that a budget puts you in control. So here is a myth. Budgets are only for broke people. That is a lie if I've ever heard one. You've been misinformed. The largest companies have budgets. A budget is a tool to help you plan your spending. It puts you in control of your money and not let the money control you. Do you know how your money controls you? The money controls you when you intended to spend $100 and you ended up spending $200. That's when your money is in control of you. Number 4, knowing the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Everyone wants to be rich. People are always talking about getting rich, but rarely do you ever hear someone say, I want to be wealthy. Do you know that it is more important to be wealthy than to be rich? Yes, it is. Being rich means that you have a lot of money in the bank, you are cashy, you are highly liquid, and you can swipe anywhere and everywhere while the money lasts. The problem with that, with simply being rich, is that you won't have enough, or maybe you won't have any investment income to cover your expenses when you blow up your cash. When you blow all your cash, you won't have anything to cover the expenses. This is how a lot of rich people and even lottery winners become broke again. That's because they were never wealthy. You are wealthy when your income from your investments is enough to cover your monthly expenses. Note that I said income from investments, right? And not income from your job. So if you lose your job, you would still have your investment income to maintain your lifestyle. The trick is to keep reinvesting the income from your job while you are still working. This is wealth building. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Do a little research, make some investments, start building wealth. It's easier than ever to invest. You can start out by buying a fraction of a share for just a few bucks. Rinse and repeat that for some time, and you'll be surprised how much you have accumulated over time. If you want to know more about how small actions gets you big results, there's a link in the description below for my video on that. Okay, check it out. There's also a link below for Robinhood. If you want to start investing in fractional shares, you can check out Robinhood also. You don't need to have millions in the bank to be wealthy. Your wealth can be in different classes of assets. You don't need to have all that money in the bank to be wealthy. Number 5, minding your own business. This doesn't mean what you think it does. Kiyosaki said you should find a way to build or create a business. Okay, so let me just talk a little bit about creating a business. Okay, the idea behind the thought of creating a business is not that you need to go out and get a building, a brick and mortar store, and have some products in there, and now you have a business. That's not the only form of business there is, and that's certainly not the only way to do a business. If you drive for Uber, you have a business, right? You just need to know how to run that business. But if you are driving for Uber, you have your business, right? If you know how to do nails, you don't need to go rent a salon somewhere and create overhead expenses in order to have a business. You can start at home. Tell your girlfriends, hey girl, I know how to do nails. Come, let me do your nails for you. Maybe you want to do it for free the first time. Right? Let them really see that you can do their nails. And then after that, then that person now becomes your customer, right? And then you do that a few times with all your friends, and they'll tell their friends, and they'll tell their friends, and so your business will evolve, right? But it doesn't need to be anything any huge. You don't need to have an Amazon to have a business, basically, right? So anything that you can do, any little idea that you have, any little skills that you have, you can transform it into a business. Start making profitable investments. Keep your expenses low and buy assets. He wrote that it is fear and greed that keeps us from getting rich or wealthy. He called it the rat race. He said the fear of not having money causes us to get desperate and seek money. The problem with that is that we are seeking money from a job. And once we get a paycheck, we blow it on stuff. Out of greed, now all our check has been spent, nothing invested. So we are back to being fearful of not having money. The cycle repeats: fear, work a job to get paid, get greedy, spend, fear. The rat race have us trapped in at a job that we don't even like, but we won't quit because of fear and greed. He wrote that the way to end the rat race is to first accept that you are in one. Master your emotions, take control of the fear and greed. Take time to plan your finances. No more impulsive buying. Create a budget. Creating a budget is the first step to end the rat race, end the fear and greed of not having enough money. Number 6, you should work to learn rather than work to earn. He wrote that using your job to learn a skill is more valuable than the paycheck you earn, because you could learn a skill and transfer it into a profitable business. That is something that you should keep in mind when you are job hunting. What skills have you learned from your job? Number 7, we become what we study and more like the people we spend our time with. It stands to reason that if you go to school to study accounting, you become an accountant. You study law, you become a lawyer, and so on and so forth. What are you studying? Is that truly your passion? What type of people are you spending time with? If you want to become a millionaire, you will need to study how millionaires became millionaires. You don't need to have a millionaire in your circle to become a millionaire. No, I'm not talking about the chances of winning the lottery. There are so many books written by or about millionaires with so much information on how to build wealth or get rich. You no longer have the excuse of not liking to read. I'm sure you can get an audio version of any book these days. Number 8 is the 8th and last principle I'll be talking about today. We all have the potential to be wealthy. The potential combined with desire and action is certainty. Kiyosaki wrote that it is doubt, fear, and lack of confidence that holds us back. More times than not, boldness is what propels us forward. You may have the best of ideas, but self-doubt, fear, and cowardice keeps you from shining like that bright star that you are. You know that desire within you to do that thing that you have not acted on. Be bold today and take action. Small, consistent action gets you big results. Take action. Subscribe, like, and share the video and leave a comment.
Let's say you bought a car for $30,000 at an interest rate of 4% for 5 years. The total interest for the 5-year loan would be $3,044. The sales tax at 8% would be $2,800. Your registration fee may be somewhere around $20. The total in fees for your $30,000 car would be $5,864. The cost to own the car would be $35,864. These are all hypothetical situations, but let's say your monthly insurance is $120, your annual inspection is $45, and twice per year you have to pay maintenance for your car, so that's $100, and then one tire would cost you $125, and you would need 4 tires at least one time during your 5-year period. Insurance would be $7,200, your inspection would be $225, your maintenance would be $1,000, and the tires would cost you $500. The total operating expenses to operate the car for 5 years would be $8,925. That takes you to a grand total of $44,789. Let's say you decide to get the value for your car after 5 years. Your car is now valued at $10,000. After 5 years, you have a $10,000 valuation on your car, but you've spent $44,789 on your car. So now your net return is a negative $34,789. This means that you have decreased your net worth by $34,789. You're in the hole for $34,789, right? That decreases your net worth. Anything decreases your net worth cannot be an asset. Your return on investment is a negative 78%. Use your net return to calculate your return on investment. You can look in the descriptions for the example on how to calculate your return on investment. Is your car an asset or a liability? Having seen this, do you still believe your car is an asset? Comment down below and let me know if you believe your car is an asset or a liability and why.
Until next time, take care.